Alright, this video is the process of me making a mount for some computer monitors that don't actually have mounting holes on the backside. So I decided to make my own out of 3mm aluminum, or it's about 1/8 inch. So anyway, you'll see how I did this along the way, and maybe learn a thing or two about this, how you might not want to do it. So enjoy the video. I hope you find this useful. These mounts cost like, I think, $32 a piece on Amazon, and they're not as good, in my opinion, as mine.
One down, one to go. So here's the mount. See, it's pretty cool because it's not visible. The one I found on Amazon actually sticks out of the bottom, kind of like the original one does, and so you have all that visible. Mine's more clear sightline, you might say. So here's how it mounts. I can't believe this monitor doesn't just have mounting holes on the back. That would have made this so much easier if it was more like a TV monitor, because you just take this adapter or this mounting bracket here and bolt it straight to that instead of having to do this. But the bracket turned out pretty cool, and yeah, learned some things along the way. I think that's what they call getting down and dirty. I know this looks extremely ghetto, but I couldn't think of a better way to cut this. I don't have a bandsaw, and I don't have any sheet metal tools, and hacking through this with a hacksaw just didn't seem like a good idea. It seemed like it'd take forever, and yeah, so I gave this a shot, and you know what? It turned out pretty good. I have seen people take and make mounts for these things to turn them into like a horizontal bandsaw and different things like that, and even an upright version like this, like a vertical bandsaw. And yeah, I think I'm going to make a video on how I'm going to do that. So I'll make a removable table plate that'll just go on here and replace this one, and I'll have try to make it be a very quick transfer when I want to do an operation like this. But wow, nice straight cut. Who would have guessed this would turn out that well? Oh, so this is a Portaband. I didn't tell you that. If you're unfamiliar with these are awesome. I have several. This is the first one I ever got, and I got it for free. It was beat up and left for dead on a job site long time ago. In fact, it was there for like 4 weeks on an army base when I was over on the East Coast, and yeah, I was just out there, and we got 40 inches of snow, and I was like, you know what? I'm taking that bastard if no one else is going to take it home. This was just left there. So anyway, I salvaged it, and yeah, it's rough around the edges, but it still works. Okay, so I've scribed this line here with my height gauge. That's at 13 centimeters. Sorry to do this in metric Americans, but that's how this stuff was designed, the whole patterns and everything, so I'm sticking with that. Not bad. Not bad at all. So we've got 2 plates down because I have 2 monitors. Okay, so here's the little part that's going to mount to the back of the monitor. This slides inside of the backing of that. What I was thinking of doing was do a quick layout for the holes for this mount. Then I will notch this metal so that it matches the width of this. That way I don't have it interfering with any of the other parts of that monitor in the back. So I think the best way to do this would be to get out some paper and do some quick math. All right, I've got an entire shop full of everything but paper. Let me see here. Okay, so we've got this guy. Let's switch over to millimeters. This is a very inexpensive set of digital calipers. They work very well. So this is about 37 millimeters in width. So I'm just going to draw this out. I have to do that, otherwise it doesn't make sense to me. And forget what we made this guy. Okay, so we made this 9 centimeters or 90 millimeters wide. Okay, and what do we call this? 17, I recall. Oh, not even close. 37. Okay, so that's 37 millimeters. Take that thing off. And this was 90 millimeters. So 90 minus 37 is 53. 53 divided by 2 is 21 and a half. So this is 21.5 millimeters on each edge. All right, I'm going to bust out the Sharpie so you guys can see better. It will help me too, but this is mostly for you guys viewing this. This is what I use for layout fluid. I don't use Dykem. I have Dykem. I've got the stuff in a compressed can and all that. I still prefer just a regular Sharpie marker over all that stuff. My original instructor for machining showed us this trick, and that guy had been doing it for a very long time. And I'm assuming there's a reason he suggested it. So, here we go. You'll see cool things. Let's talk about the difference between the layout fluid and a Sharpie. This stuff dries pretty much instantly. So the other stuff requires it to cure until it's hardened. And another thing about the layout fluid is that stuff chips off. I don't know if you've ever noticed that, but sometimes you can actually have it chip. This stuff does not do that at all. It's always a nice sharp line. There's no chips or anything like that. So for doing precise layout, I think a Sharpie marker beats the hell out of anything else. That's just me. And I don't do this professionally. I'm just a simple guy in the shop that likes to do this stuff. So now what I'd like to do is just get a couple more dimensions really quick. I want to find out how tall this thing's going to be. And the answer to that is going to be equal to this measurement. So it's about, say, 21 millimeters. So this is, I'm just going to write this inside of here, 21 millimeters. Now, one thing you're going to have to figure out is, do you want that 21 millimeters to, since we're going to bend this, do we want that to be the outside dimension of here, or do we want that to be the interior, or the inside dimension? And I'd like it to be the inside. So what I'll do is I'll scribe a line and follow that. So our actual piece is going to be a shape like this. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. And our overall length of this is 130 millimeters. So from here all the way down to here is 130 millimeters. Good. So if we subtract the 21 millimeters from that, we know that this one is going to be, well actually, I need to solve for this one technically. So 130 minus 21 is, man, I'm a little slow today, 109. So 109 millimeters. Now, I'm not saying this is the proper way to draw a blueprint, but it'll work for me. Typically, I think you want most of the things on the left and on the bottom, but I don't know. Okay, I've got the holes all laid out. So I've got my, let me point something out to you. I also got reversed when I was doing this layout for here. I caught it before I went any further, but I had this bolt pattern switched around, so it actually would have been wrong. But I caught myself somewhere in the process of this. You kind of take advantage of these small projects sometimes, and you rush through them, and then they end up biting you in the butt. So anyway, thought I'd kind of share that. What I'm going to do is drill and tap these to a 1024 thread for the bolt pattern for the actual TV mount. And so I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. What I'm going to do is look at my tap drill sizes chart here. I'm just going to go to the standard size, or SAE, and I'm going to go to 1024, and it's going to show me what size drill bit I want. So it says I want either a 23 through 25, and it also gives you the decimal equivalent to each of these. So I'm going to go ahead and find that really quick. Thought I already had that out, but I was wrong. Okay, so I set a number 23 through 25. And I've got all of those. I'm going to go with the one in the middle then. Go with the 24. I've piloted all these with an 1/8 inch drill bit. So we're just going to shove those through. It's nice and quick. I've got a pilot hole on them. If this wasn't so thin, I'd be putting this on a nice flat surface. But trying to get this done tonight. I'm going to put a tad bit of lubricant on the tap. Then I'm simply going to run these things through. Four done. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, got all those done. Go ahead and test these really quick. Okay, good. Good fit. Okay, now there's no crazy burrs or anything. Now that I've got all these drilled and tapped, it's time to go ahead and make this bend. I've never actually done this before, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw it in my vise and bend it that way. Hopefully it works out okay. So I'll just take you straight over to that vise. This is the one I just put the digital readout on, if you watched that video. I apologize for my shop being a nuclear disaster. It's embarrassing to have it this dirty, but got a pretty large list of things on my plate right now, and it's either I continue working or spend the time cleaning. Since I decided to continue working and making these videos, it kind of takes away some of your extra time you'd have. So hopefully this works out pretty good. What I've done is I've scribed a line at my start point, which is 21 millimeters up, and then I've got the next line at 24 millimeters, because I'm guessing that's about where this part will turn at. This is 3 millimeters thick. Okay, so that's not the right one. I've got a speed handle coming for this vise here soon. I'm looking forward to that getting here. So I've got that reference line there. I want that right on my line. Okay. Kind of debating on how I'm going to do this. I don't really want to push here, but maybe it'll bend okay. Maybe not. Thought about heating it up. I don't know if that will work. I'm just going to take my bed blow. Come here, you truant guy. Some of you real fabricators out there are probably cringing watching me do this. I'm sorry. I'm primitive. Damn! That just broke my damn piece. Oh, shit. I was really hoping that didn't happen. Okay, what did we learn from this? This stuff is brittle. You can't bend it that much without it breaking. If I would have heated this up, this wouldn't have happened because it would have annealed the piece. And see, what's happening is this aluminum's work hardening itself as I go through here. So it basically got extremely tight, you might say, or brittle as I was going, because it's, I guess its tension was increasing, and they got to the point where it broke. The shitty thing was, I was almost there. Yeah, wow. Some people's kids. Let's try this again. But we're gonna warm it up this time. Okay, that might not be the most perfect bend ever made, but I think it might work. Damn. I think I've underestimated bending a simple piece of aluminum. Damn. Damn. So I've got the adapter on there. You see this little guy is the part that's going to slide into the screen. I think I'm going to have to shorten these fasteners here. They're probably going to touch the back. I'll go find out. If I don't have to cut them, I won't. So I'm going to go inside the office and see what the real deal is here. Well, one down, one to go. So here's the mount. See, it's pretty cool because it's not visible. The one I found on Amazon actually sticks out of the bottom, kind of like the original one does, and so you have all that visible. Mine's more clear sightline, you might say. So here's how it mounts. I can't believe this monitor doesn't just have mounting holes on the back. That would have made this so much easier if it was more like a TV monitor, because you just take this adapter or this mounting bracket here and bolt it straight to that instead of having to do this. But the bracket turned out pretty cool, and yeah, learned some things along the way.